done that. I've done Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, paleo, keto, intermittent fasting, Optavia, what have you. But they all end up in my office because they gain the weight back and they wonder, maybe a dietitian can help me. And it's interesting to me because I've noticed over the years that many times people don't come to dietitians first who happen to be trained specifically in this area for many years and understand the body inside out, the physiology and anatomy and metabolism and how we process foods and how to eat foods for your greatest health benefit and so much more beyond that. So if you're wanting to lose weight and you have never met with a dietitian, I would recommend that you do. It's an easy way. They get you right on the straight path, know exactly how to treat you and give you the exact meal plan that you need to help you achieve your weight loss or just overall wellness goals, even if it's not weight loss related, but maybe diabetes or high blood pressure or gut issues, what have you. Pretty much every condition, medical condition, and non-medical condition has to do with nutrition in some way. So anyway, I just want to invite you to either consult me as a dietitian or anyone in your area who is able to help you. Anyhow, so if you haven't met me yet, my name is Cynthia Ray. I know we have some new people in this group. Welcome. And I am the founder of Well Within Nutrition. I'm a registered dietitian and a fitness specialist. I also have a master's degree in health education. And I absolutely love, my specialty is helping women specifically to break through weight loss plateaus and help them to learn how to lose weight without dieting ever again. Truly, honestly, I've done it myself. I struggled with my relationship with food for years. And through my own recovery and my education, I've been able to figure out exactly how to live out the wellness lifestyle, be the best version of me, honestly, of me, not competing with anybody else, that I can be and just feel my best. So I want to share that with you and teach you exactly how to do that. And it's really not that hard. So that's why I'm here to teach you. So welcome to our group. All right, so let's dive in. So let's talk about the main 3 keys on how to lose weight without dieting again. So the number one key that I teach, and I know if you watch my videos before, you may have learned this already, but I'm going to review. The number 1 key is foundational, is knowing your why, right? Knowing your why, knowing your reason why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why is it so important to you? Why do you feel like you need to do this? Why is weight loss such a big deal for you right now? Just knowing your why. And many times a why can come out of desperation. Maybe you're feeling like, oh, I'm so tired of this weight. This is ridiculous. I've had it. I need to do something different. I've done all the diets and I've gone back to Jenny Craig again this time, or Weight Watchers, or what have you, or paleo or keto, whatever. And I just can't lose the weight anymore. Or my girlfriend recommended this diet and it's not working for me. I'm working out so hard and I'm not seeing the results I want. This is so frustrating. So a lot of times when you come into this in a desperate mindset or in desperation in your heart, I totally get it. It makes a lot of sense, right? That you would be upset and frustrated. But you have to really kind of dig a little bit deeper into your heart and know why you want to lose the weight beyond or change your lifestyle beyond the physical components or aspects of it. Do you actually want freedom to eat whatever you want, however much you want, and not be unhealthy, but actually be at your best? Are you wanting it because maybe you want to have more of an active lifestyle with your family, maybe be more a part of your grandchildren's growing up years and just really be there for them? Maybe you want to just have a better quality of life. Maybe you're in your 40s right now, or mid 40s or early 50s, and you just want to be one of those women that are elderly and you see her running or working out or going on these power walks with her girlfriends or hiking, and you just look at her and think, man, that's awesome. I don't want to grow old in a walker or in a wheelchair, or not being independent and not being able to do the things that I want to do on my own time or on my terms. But I want to have an amazing lifestyle as I grow and age. So You have to know your why. Why is it that you want long-term wellness? Why is it that you actually want long-term weight loss? What's the big why? So you really have to dive deep and really look into yourself and see why it is that you want that. Okay. The next one is secret two, which is self-talk. This is huge. So we know once you know your why and kind of take some time to think about that and journal it, and your why can change as well. Going back to your why real quick is a lot of my clients who are Christians do find out at the foundation of this is their why is because they want to do this for God's glory. They want to give back to God and treat their bodies as well as they can because it's a gift from God and it's his creation. So that may fit for you too, if that works. All right. Secret or key two is in order to lose weight without dieting and keep it off for good is mindset, is looking at your self-talk. What is it that you're saying to yourself? What negative things do you keep pouring into yourself that are sabotaging you, that are getting in the way of you having long-term results, making long-term progress? Are you speaking negatively to yourself? Are you saying things like, oh, I just can never do it. I'm never good at dieting. I fail diets all the time. As soon as I start, I just can't continue doing it anymore. Um, I just crave sugar too much and there's no way that I could do this. Maybe genetics, maybe, oh, my mom and my dad are just overweight and my grandma, and it's just the women in my family are overweight, so I can't lose the weight, or I'm getting older, I'm not as active as I used to be and my hormones have changed and I just know I can't lose the weight anymore. Or no matter what I do, no matter what I try, the weight's not budging, so it's something's wrong with me. I can't change that. That kind of talk will get you exactly what you want. If that's what you want, that's fine. It's totally your choice. You can have that. And I know when I meet with my clients in my private practice, that happens a lot, right? My specialty used to be eating disorders, and I always give my clients permission to act out on whatever behavior they're going to act out in, whether it's restricting or binging and purging or emotional eating or not following the meal plan that I gave them or deciding not to do the workouts I gave them. That's totally okay. However, if that's the result that you want, then go down that path. But if you actually want to make change, you have to do something different and change what you're doing, right? You only see change if you make change. So if you want to do something different, then you have to do something different, right? Okay. So if you can connect or if you can relate to any of these things that I'm talking about, comment below with, I can totally relate, or that's totally me, or whatever you want to say. Because I know how common this is, and I know a lot of us can relate to this. But anyway, let me know if you can relate to any of these things. All right, so in order to change, well, going back to self-talk. So if you are saying these negative things to yourself, you may not even realize that you're saying them because it may be so ingrained and innate in your mind that it's so normal for you and you don't even realize what you're saying. So what I want to do is I want to challenge you this week or starting today to start kind of catching those negative things that are going through your head or things that you're saying about yourself or like self-sabotaging thoughts that are speaking and thinking, or judging other people. Oh, she's so thin. She's so lucky. I wish I could be that way. Or I used to be thin, but I'm getting older. I'm not thin anymore. I can't be fit and healthy anymore. Just any of that negativity that comes out of your mouth or in your thoughts, catch yourself and think, oh my gosh, I'm totally saying and thinking the things that I am creating for myself. So look into your heart and ask yourself, get curious, what am I saying and what's in my heart? So this really comes from the depth of your heart, right? So in the Bible, it actually says, from the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. And I love that it's not a proverb, but that quote, because it's so true for so many people, even if you're not a Christian or if you are, what we say out loud or we think in our minds is actually coming from our hearts. Okay, so I want you to take a moment and think, what's in my heart? Why am I so negative? What things have I experienced in my life that are keeping me and holding me back, keeping me from who I want to be and holding me back? Okay, so the first step is to identify those negative thoughts. And then the next step with your thoughts is, once you identify them, maybe write them down, journal them so you can see them, and then replace those with positive talk, self-talk things you can say. So if you're saying, oh man, I've done all the diets out there, I can't do it again, I'm not good at dieting, I never lose weight, then maybe think, well, okay, is that really true? Am I not good at dieting? Or was the diet not good for me? Maybe I need to do something different and think outside of the box. Maybe I need to stop dieting and start living again. And I'm going to teach you about that in just a minute. I'm going to talk about intuitive and mindful eating. So question those negative thoughts and think, is that really true about me? Or wait a second, that's not true about me. I'm successful. I'm loved. I'm totally, how do I want to put this? I'm totally capable of doing the things that I need to do for myself. I'm going to honor my body and respect it and give it what it needs. And I could be, like I said, successful in anything I put my mind to. So take those negative self-talk thoughts and see if they're actually truths, and call them out for being the false statements that they are, and bring it in and put it into a positive truth. So that's the second key, self-talk. So check your self-talk. The third key is really comes down to nutrition. And actually, am I missing something? Let me check here. Okay, we talked about identifying self-talk. Hang on. The third key, where did I do it? Oh, I don't have it here. So the third key is really, like I talked about, watching negative self-talk. Okay, so let's go to nutrition. So third key is nutrition. So the way to get back to basics for you as far as eating goes is learning how to eat intuitively and learning how to eat mindfully. Okay, so there's a lot in those two words. Let me just break it down for you. So intuitive eating essentially is listening into your body and asking it what it needs, what kind of food it needs, how much food it needs, and when it needs it. Let me give you an example. So with children, a lot of you have children or grandchildren. If you give a child, let's say you have a 5-year-old child, and you give him or her a plate of food, and it has some vegetables, it has some broccoli, it has some sliced up hot dogs, and maybe some mac and cheese. Okay, so you give it to your child, and then put it in front of them, they're like, I'm not hungry, and they push it away. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, we have to leave in about 15 minutes to go out and do some errands, and I need you to eat because I know you're going to be hungry. And then you tell them, you need to eat something right now because we have to leave. So you give it back to them, they push it away. I'm not hungry. Okay, so then the frustration and maybe even some negotiations continue, or bribing. Okay, just eat a little bit of this part and I'll give you something. Or if you eat this, we can do that. So that may work sometimes it doesn't. Or what if you give your child the plate and you say, okay, here's your lunch. And they're like, I don't like broccoli, or I don't want to eat mac and cheese. I'm tired of mac and cheese. It's like, I totally prepared this meal for you, thinking that it's the best for you and that you've really loved mac and cheese and hot dogs and broccoli in the past. Why are you refusing this food, right? Okay, so what's happening here, obviously, is a dilemma. But it's a dilemma between two people's intuitive style, between the parent, the caregiver, and the child. Intuitive eating is essentially knowing exactly what our bodies want, when it wants it, how much it needs, and whether or not you're going to eat it, right? So let's say as the mother, I'm thinking my intuition says I need to give my child a well-balanced diet of vegetables and carbohydrates and protein, right? That's mom's intuition and gut education, not really gut, but education. And the child says, no, my intuition says this looks disgusting right now. I don't want this. I'd rather have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because it sounds appetizing to me right now. So that's essentially intuitive eating. We are born as intuitive eaters. We cry when we're hungry, and we pull away or push back when we're full. However, as we get older and with age, we begin kind of unlearning our intuitive nature by maybe things we learn on the outside from our parents, from media, from friends, from family. We get outside or external influences about what is good for you to eat and what's not good for you to eat. And there's so much confusion too, right? Like some commercials will say, oh, eat foods on this diet or eat this style, whether it's social media or it's on TV. Oh, you should be eating less carbs because that's how people lose weight, or carbs are bad for you because they make you fat. And then on the other hand, we see commercials of From Godiva chocolate, saying, oh, or Dove chocolate. Oh, you really should eat this because it just makes you feel so good, makes you feel at peace, makes you feel content. You deserve to eat sweet foods because you work really hard, right? So conflicting messages are so hard, and it makes it so maddening in our minds, right? Because all of us do want to feel relief, and food actually does give you relief because it heightens those brain chemicals that helps us to feel relaxed and comfort and things like that. But also dieting helps us to feel in control because we're feeling like we can no longer trust our bodies because we eat certain foods and we're gaining weight or what have you. So, okay, let me get back to intuitive eating. So intuitive eating gets us back to our nature. Eating when we're hungry, stopping when we're satisfied, eating the foods that sound best right now, that feel best in our bodies, and then stopping when we're satisfied. I don't know if I said that already. So make sure, maybe kind of check in with yourself and see, what foods do I really normally love? And what foods that I eat make me feel really good? Or what foods that I eat make my body feel really bad, whether it's sleepy or tired or stomach ache or headache. Check in with your body, because your body actually knows. And it's the easiest way to gauge how much to eat, what to eat, when to eat, and whether or not you want to eat, right? Could you imagine totally giving up the reins to your body and allowing it to tell you what to do and when? So comment below, how does that feel to you? How does it feel to you if I were to tell you right now you have complete 100% permission to eat intuitively based on your own nature, how much you need, what you need, and begin eating when you're hungry and stop eating when you're satisfied? What would that feel like to you if you started doing that right now and lived that out? What would that look like to you? So comment below and let me know how that feels. For some, it may feel really scary. For some, it may feel really freeing. And I know a lot of times when I've worked with clients or even myself, when I began to learn how to eat intuitively and get out of the crazy diet cycle, that some people just start out like, oh man, total freedom. I could eat whatever I want on one side of the pendulum and just swing to the other side and pretty much eat anything and everything that they want. And there's so much freedom there, but it's other side, right? And then gradually, eventually, I start to learn that eating certain foods just don't feel really good, or you start to put on a lot of weight and you just don't feel well in your skin. You just don't feel like you have energy or vitality. So gradually start to kind of learn and come back to the middle of this pendulum and start to learn what feels good in your body and become more intuitive, and exercising regularly and finding what types of movement feel good to you. So you kind of end up finding a mid-ground with that. So let me know how that would feel for you to eat intuitively, 100%. So I actually personally live my lifestyle that way. I do eat intuitively. I eat when I'm hungry. I stop when I'm satisfied. I kind of feel like I eat like a child again. I really don't feel like I'm restricted in any way. I pretty much go with my body's flow. I naturally love eating Mediterranean style. I always have, and I never really defined it until recently, till I saw that there actually was a definition for the style of eating. So I do enjoy fish. I love seafood. I love different kinds of meats. I enjoy lots of veggies. I love salads. I love, what else do I really like? I really enjoy gelato. I enjoy certain types of ice creams. I love coffee, usually decaf because caffeine kind of amps me up. But yeah, I live as an intuitive eater and mindful. So mindful eating is just really experiencing the food when you're eating it, experiencing the taste, the texture, the aromas, the temperature, the flavor, the properties of the food. That's eating mindfully and really being present when you're eating, instead of eating mindlessly, where you just kind of grab something to eat because you see it there and put it in your mouth and start eating it and didn't even realize that you ate it till later on when you felt the residue in your mouth. So that's mindless eating. But mindful eating is just being present in the food and allowing yourself to do that. Some people purposely mindlessly eat because they don't like the way that they don't like the food that they chose and they're ashamed of it. Maybe it's a sweet treat or something that's on their no list, and they eat it mindlessly to kind of remove themselves and remove the guilt from it. That's another way of mindless eating. But anyway, yeah, so for me, I'm personally a mindful and intuitive eater. I feel like I'm at my best right now. I feel like I'm at my best health. I'm 44 years old and feel like I'm in 34 at most. um, and know that it's doable for anybody of any age. Getting back to our intuitive nature is so healing and so helpful. So let me share with you a little slide before I go, an example of the difference between the diet mentality and let's see. So between the diet mindset versus intuitive eating. So the diet mindset basically says, can I even have this? And intuitive eating says, oh, is this what I want? Do I want this right now? The diet mindset says, how do I look? And intuitive eating says, how do I feel? So you notice the difference there, right? Diet mindset says, how much food do I get today? And the intuitive eating mindset says, how much food do I need today? Diet mindset says, will this make me skinny? And intuitive eating says, will this nourish me? Diet mindset says, I exercise so I can eat. Intuitive eating says, I eat so I can exercise. I love that. That's so true. Diet mindset says, I can eat whatever on cheat day. And intuitive eating says, I can eat whatever I want every day. Ah, glorious. So amazing to live this life, live out this life. I used to be a dieter big time, but now that I'm living in this intuitive eating and still being at my best is absolutely amazing. And my clients experience this too. Diet mindset says food is my favorite reward. Intuitive eating says food is just food. Ah, amen. I love that. So just getting back to basics, and let me stop this real quick, and learning about our intuitive nature again is so freeing. So I hope this helped you today to really understand how this works. I'm here to support you. I'm here to coach you. I'm available for one-on-one sessions. So this month in March, I actually have 5 openings this month. So whether you're in my area in North Idaho, or if you're in another area completely, whether you're in California, which a lot of my clients are, or if you are in any other part of the country or the world, we can meet via Zoom. Actually, right now, more than half of my clients are not in my area, and I meet with them on Zoom and have had a lot of success and connection with them. So that's available. If you're in my area in North Idaho, I'm happy to meet with you. My practice is mobile, either in your home or in your office or in a mutual coffee shop somewhere. I'm happy to meet with you and help coach you through your weight loss journey and teach you how to move from the diet mindset and into intuitive eating, so you can have that food freedom and still have the weight loss and fitness that you want. Also, I have an academy, online academy, if you're the kind of learner who likes to learn online. I have a wellness academy. It's a 9-module course that you can take that teaches you specifically how to move out of the diet mindset and into intuitive eating and into the wellness lifestyle for the long haul. So if you are a learner like me, I'm a lifelong learner and educator, this might be for you. You can do it on your own time, at your own leisure. It's both audio course and written course with worksheets that go along with it. And I also have a private Facebook group for accountability and questions and things like that, that I'm there to support you in for that particular academy. So let me know what your needs are. I'm here to help you. I will see you. I'm going to be here every Wednesday, 12:30 Pacific Standard Time, and back with a new topic. If you have anything that you want to learn more about, comment below and let me know so I can come back and give you that exact education for any upcoming Wellness Wednesday live workshops that I do. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.